Welcome back, everybody, to Total Party Kill. I am your Dungeon Master, Tony Sindelar. We are continuing our mini adventure, The Well of the Black Sun. We have several players who have journeyed to a town that is not in White Sparrow, but near White Sparrow. They are investigating some disappearances at a mining operation. Not gold, not silver, not iron, but a group of miners who mine a mysterious substance called void water. Too many miners have been killed or gone missing, and you have been hired to investigate their disappearance. But there's also some strange cult activity happening in town. Let us meet our players who have been foolish enough to descend into the Deep Fathom mine in search of answers. First up, it's James Thompson.
Hi, I play Sansom Jotham, get my name right, who's a forest gnome artificer and is not convinced that he is going to survive the next 10 minutes.
Also joining us, it's Kathy Campbell.
Hello, I play Thamia, a Goliath fighter who is regretting everything she has done with her sword earlier today.
Indeed. Also joining us, it's Jason Snell.
Hi, everybody.
Oh God, I forgot about this.
I am playing a Tabaxi bard named Cool Cat, and Cool Cat
can you
loves
emphasize,
you.
For legal purposes, can you emphasize the apostrophe of the name?
Cool Cat.
Thank
with
you.
K's. There's K's and an apostrophe. My really bad lawyer told me that the apostrophe and one letter changed twice is legally distinct.
Yeah. There's nothing, an apostrophe is the most indemnifying of punctuation. So, next up, it is Aline Sims. Hi, Aline.
Hello, I play Lee, the Air Genasi monk, who, she likes to kick things.
Indeed.
Hit them with their quarterstaff.
And last but not least, it's Dan Morin.
Hello, I am Cueris. A bard, but not that other bard. We are different bards. It's very clear.
That's right, listeners. I allowed there to be two bards in this adventure. What was I thinking? Why did I let this happen?
I have an answer, Tony.
Will happen next for answers?
The answer is harmony.
Such as these.
Harmony.
Oh. All right. So we rejoin our adventurers in the midst of battle. They have journeyed in to the Deep Fathom mine in search of answers. There are these strange pools of void water. They are operating in near darkness because they have been warned about reactions between the void water and light. A black pudding, a sentient ooze has, I guess it's just oozed. It's oozed its way. It is both an ooze and it oozes. Has oozed its way out of one of the pools. I believe that it was Thamia. Quickly chopped it in half, which is traditionally a good idea to defeat things. But when you chop an ooze in half, you know what you get? Two oozes. That's the secret of the ooze.
Double the ooze, double the fun.
That is the secret of the ooze.
You have defeated one half of the enemy, but half of a black ooze, a black pudding, a shuddering mass of jelly bent on destruction and absorbing you and eating your hit points and also your weapons. It's not picky, is here. Our adventurers are kind of knocked back on their heels. Several of you have taken a decent amount of damage. Some of you have hurt your weapons. Cool Cat has lost several boomerangs to the ooze. Things aren't great. Is that a fair approximation?
That seems right.
Sounds right.
Yeah. I mean, we've all taken shelter in this basket, which is going to take us back to
Several
the
of you have taken shelter in this basket, which is intended to return you to the surface at the conclusion of the adventure, and not 5 minutes into your time in the well. And just to be clear, who's in the basket? Who's in the basket? Cuaris, Samson, and Leah are in the basket. Cool Cat and Thamia are basket adjacent. The bards who have some healing powers might appreciate if we just did a quick hit point check on like how mussed up is everybody.
I'm good. I'm 17.
I have 15. 14 out of 20.
So sorry, Lee, what were you at?
5.
Yeah,
okay,
Lee's hurting.
And
I'll just remind Samson, health is a team resource.
Cool Cat, how are your spell slots doing?
I have 2 slots remaining.
Okay. I think I only have 1.
I have 1. So I could cure people, or I could
with your science magic.
Yes.
So let us just check in. We are in the midst of a round of combat. Samson Jotham, I believe it is your turn. You know that you will be followed by the Black Pudding. Then QRs, then Lee, then Thamia, then Cool Cat. When there's a bunch of you in a row, you could reshuffle your order if that was tactically helpful. Tactics are a recommended tactic to use in battle.
I have a question.
Pro
After
tip.
we defeat the Black Pudding, do we also have to defeat like some eggs, some bacon, some toast, some beans?
Some fried tomatoes.
Never really understood the fried tomato thing.
It's very good.
It's the only way to make tomatoes palatable.
Can we just
you know what? The only way I consider tomatoes palatable? Ketchup.
Pizza.
Which is, you basically take tomato flavoring and put it in the vicinity of high fructose corn syrup. America. Samson.
So, tactically, I can either use my patented flinging an abacus move, which I've done too many times, but it's literally all I have left.
We would say in America, patented and ubicus.
Or I could do a cure wounds for Aileen. What do people think?
Well, I only have. I'm just looking at the spells I have available.
I think Dan is concerned about spell slots and the.
I'm concerned.
Yeah, because
I'm just saying there's a variety of dimensions in which you could express concern in this situation.
Because I only have a couple spells that are actually useful. It seems like
Dan Morin. Whose choice is that?
No, based on what we're likely to encounter down here.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I'm going to need Charm Person, but who knows?
Yeah.
Comprehend Languages, probably not. Fairy Fire was very useful to a certain degree against those oozes.
And Fairy Fire is still in effect. I believe you have advantage on all attacks to the ooze. The ooze is illuminated in purple light, giving a very grape jelly sensation.
Yeah.
That's. I would keep 1 slot in reserve just in case things get super dire. But are we not at?
Are we at super dire? Is where I'm wondering.
I feel like we have a lot of people who mostly have hit points.
Yeah.
So I think we should heal Lee so that she is, because a lot of your stuff, Lee, is melee, right?
Yeah, and part of the challenge, just to remind you, is that punching or stabbing the Black Pudding gets you splashed with acid. Yeah.
So I can do 3d8 catapult damage against this thing, which I think or at least mostly killed the last one.
Aline, what were you going to say?
I don't know that I have any. So I'm kind of thinking about backing off because I have darts, my quarterstaff, and unarmed strike. None of that is going to do much good.
Yeah, and it's going to keep hurting you. And you're the most hurt of all of us. So I think that's the right approach for Lee in this situation.
I think we all want to keep a distance as much as possible and just sort of lob stuff at it if we can.
Yeah, I think Samson wants to keep more distance than everyone, but
so I think my input is let's try to kill the oozes and then deal with me, and I will just try to stay out of the way.
Okay. Well, then I think it is time to attempt to catapult against this thing. It needs to make a dexterity 13 save.
Is it in any way inconvenienced by being fairy fired, or is that just as a save?
No, the Fairy Fire should, I don't think, affects.
All right. Can you, Samson, can you just remind your fellow players and our listeners what is involved when Samson Jotham does a catapult?
I choose one object weighing between 1 and 5 pounds, and that object is every single time an abacus, because
How heavy are your abacuses?
Well, they got...
back in the day, abacuses weighed quite a lot.
Yeah.
Are they rocks? Are they made of
Yes.
rocks?
Well, they've got like metal beads, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Use wood next time.
I'm just saying, it is a short walk from abacus to pipe bomb. That's what they don't teach you in mathematics.
So it was the perfect thing, and I had a backpack full of them. Dexterity saving throw 13.
All right, you magically lob an abacus through the air. The Black Pudding is going to attempt a dexterity saving throw. The Black Pudding is not very dexterous.
That's my hope.
Except I have rolled very well. I've rolled an 18. The black pudding has a -3 dexterity, I believe, with my own abacus that is my mind. That gives us a 15, which I suspect beats your spell save.
It does indeed. Well, that was a waste
of both an abacus and a spell.
And all our lives.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So
yes,
the black pudding is next. Well, first I want to check. The black pudding has been knocked back by somebody's spell.
That's by me. I did the dissonant whispers, I think, on them, and so they had to run away. So they're coming back from running away.
All right, they're coming back. I think. Let's see. I think they're just gonna go. Well, I think they're just gonna go toward the basket. The black pudding is writhing outside the basket and is trying to reach into the basket. I will say that you have some cover against the black pudding, so we'll say that black pudding is attacking with disadvantage. Yaris, a pudding pseudopod reaches out and tries to slam you in the head. I have rolled very low because I had disadvantage, and I rolled twice poorly. So 8 to hit.
No.
You swing out of the way, and the pudding hits the side of the basket. There's a hissing, sizzling sound as there's a nice, good-sized hole the size of Kioris's head in the side of the basket.
I would like to hear Samson be afraid that the basket has been injured.
Structural integrity is ruined.
I think Samson is just looking at the rope beginning to disintegrate slightly.
There's several ropes holding that allow the basket to be raised. One of them is sizzling and fraying. So just like Samson, it is sizzling and afraid. Kioris, it is your turn.
So can I jump out of the basket without incurring an attack from the pudding?
Sure.
Okay. Let's go this way.
Oh, away from the pudding. I see. The battle is not joined.
Can I hit the pudding from here, or what's the situation given the basket?
What are you trying to do to the pudding?
A ranged spell attack.
Sure.
Okay. Well, because this is what I got, this is what it's getting.
You're gonna make fun
it's
of the
gonna
pudding?
get viciously mocked.
Yeah. Let me just check. Hold on. So puddings don't have vision; they have blind sight. I was just checking if they have blind ears. They're immune to charm, deafening, exhaustion, frightening, and prone. But I guess they can be mocked. It doesn't say they can't be mocked.
No,
just checking. All right, continue.
I mean, it's less about mocking the pudding than is telling everybody else around that the pudding is terrible, and
is that what
getting that vibe? It's
is
a
that
vibe
what Kioris tells himself? It's a vibe thing.
Yeah.
Good vibes only.
Vibe thing.
Got it.
I got nothing. You're barely enough pudding to make a pudding pop.
Mention Cosby.
Oh, pudding.
Just mention Bill Cosby. That'll do it.
No,
we're not going there. Not going there.
Running far away from that.
Hello, editor.
You embarrass. You're embarrassed by your former endorser. Run away.
I will just tell a story here. Bill Cosby is one of the major celebrity graduates of not just my college, but the exact program that I was a graduate student in. And they used to have photos of him all over their webpage until they all disappeared very quickly.
Interesting.
Tony,
strange.
I would like the pudding to make a wisdom saving throw.
All right, black pudding is not great at wisdom. Not with advantage or disadvantage, just wisdom. I am rolling great though. Well, I rolled a 13.
Is that before or after?
That's after
Total. Okay.
Yeah, total.
My save DC is a 13. So
what happens on a tie in this situation?
I believe it succeeds.
It succeeded because it made the number. Okay.
We're doing super
Black
well.
pudding has been around the block. It has learned about a thing or two.
He feels good about himself.
Yeah.
Old
It's
enough
fine.
to know better, young enough to do better. This black pudding is ready to eat all of you. And it's not mocked. It's very confident in who.
Yeah. Well,
who and
I guess
what it is.
I'm done for the moment.
That was technically a turn. Lee, you are in the basket that is slowly being dissolved and slowly being abandoned as your friends flee far away from you. It's you and Samson Jotham in a basket.
Goodbye, Samson.
Okay.
I'm running away. I'm hurt and I don't have anything that's going to be really effective against this.
Indeed.
So I'm gonna drunkenly clamber out of the basket and kind of come back here behind my friends and put my hands between me and the ooze.
Trying to put a basket and all of your friends between you and the ooze.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any darts left? Did you want to throw a dart at the
I do, but
is it a wasted darts? I don't know.
It kind of feels like the damage is 1d. Well, I guess it's 1d4 plus 4.
I forget.
That's not nothing.
I'd throw a dart.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna throw a dart. Let me just launch Dice by PCalc and roll a d20.
Who makes an app like that?
I've heard that's both a good product and a product created by a wonderful person. One of those statements is a lie.
Well, I rolled a 4 for 10.
So 10 would normally
Bad
not
product.
be very intimidating, but we have established that the black pudding is not very quick moving and is very big, and its armor class is less than 10. So you throw a dart at the barn wall that is the black pudding, and it plunks into the barn wall that is the pudding. Could you tell me how much roll damage and specify the type of damage?
That is, I rolled a 4. Good job, Dice by PCalc.
Yeah.
For a total
Good
of
product.
8 piercing damage.
All right. The black pudding does not like piercing damage. So the dart darts into the pudding, and it feels like it really went pretty far in it, and like there's a nice dart-sized hole in the pudding, and like there's a weird kind of slightly less viscous ooze kind of trickling out of the hole. So you have darted at a pudding.
Someone remind me to buy darts.
Yeah, because these are not darts that you'll be able to recover. Thamia, you stand near the basket.
I'm gonna.
A pudding is nearby.
Run further away.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing at all that can help, so I'm just gonna go. Yeah, go team!
All right. Did you want to throw a rock at the pudding?
Oh yes, I will throw a rock.
That's non-bardic inspiration.
Yes.
Yeah.
No inspiration, just a big Goliath.
We should have had you
rocks.
pack some like a.
This is
crossbow.
the lesson everybody learns in the first or second adventure, where it's like everyone should come with some javelins.
Yes.
This is part of D&D, Kathy. Everyone learns this.
That's why you buy a 6-pack of boomerangs.
You know.
But
Jason, did you bring a 6-pack of boomerangs to your first adventure? No.
No, I didn't.
No.
Yeah.
I am
Also,
learning so many things.
Jason, just checking how many boomerangs you got left.
Lots, because I think I brought like 12, so I think I have 10.
But you have lost several to the.
I have lost 2.
I was about to make a
boomerangs, I
joke
believe.
about you having a bandolier full of boomerangs, and I realized that's just the DC Comics villain Captain Boomerang.
Captain Boomerang. Yeah.
Coolcat has his boomerangs in little boomerang pockets all over his vest.
Vests are
It's
cool.
like cargo shorts, but
With boomerangs.
shorter.
Yeah, on
Yeah.
your torso. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cargo shorts. for your
Australian
torso.
cargo shorts.
Oh god, please do not affect an Australian accent.
Or
for
Google
Coolcat.
Australian cargo shorts.
Oh no.
So I rolled an 11.
Okay, you hit the black pudding with a rock. Roll rock damage.
D6,
Probably a D4.
D4. Wishful thinking. Well, I rolled a 4. So yay!
All right, you hit it with a rock. Is that reasonable? People who have played more 5e than I
I
have.
believe you might. Yeah, no,
Is it
it's an improvised weapon.
Mhm.
The only thing I was wondering was whether or not she gets to add her strength mod to damage on an improvised weapon. But you
I would
may.
think probably not,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I'm gonna note 4 rock damage to the pudding.
I'm okay with that.
All right, Coolcat.
Yes. Coolcat is going to cast a spell, folks. It's Dissonant Whispers. Coolcat
no.
whispers a discordant melody that only the black pudding can hear. I don't like bullies. Lemonade is good, Daddy Derek. I like the rock and roll.
And somehow everybody is running away.
Wisdom.
From
only the black pudding can hear it. Wisdom saving throw.
yeah, but the
I
rest
rolled a
of us know.
3.
Okay.
-2 for the black pudding's wisdom modifier brings that to a 1, which is also how I feel about those whispers.
Yes, the black pudding hears the whispers, is horrified,
Yes.
takes 16 damage,
Whoa.
Oh,
and must run
yeah.
away as far as it can from me.
All right. The black pudding is like sweating and shuddering and just kind of like
Sweating?
rears up, and oh yeah, it's like little beads of
Seeping?
no, it's not good. And it is like it just starts moving away from Cool Cat. So I guess it has to move a good 20 feet away because that's its move.
Yep.
Back into the fairy fire.
I think it was feeling the effects of fairy fire no matter what. And it is quivering, and it leaves a pretty good streak of black pudding ooze in its wake, suggesting that it is not long for this pudding life.
In the streak, has it written "No kill I"?
No, it is not.
Oh, okay. Well, then we should kill it.
Okay. Samson Jotham, can you destroy the black pudding before it gets a turn?
Well, I'm sure there's a Scottish joke about black pudding in there somewhere. I will use.
Do they have jokes in Scotland?
Jokes.
I will start to list all the great comedians from Scotland, but let's not go there. I will use my short bow and attempt to shoot this thing with some nice piercing bolts.
All right.
Okay, I have rolled 15 plus 5. That sounds pretty good. 20.
20. Your aim is true, and your crossbow bolt whizzes across the cavern and strikes the pudding as it sits, sloughs in the pool that is retreated to. Roll damage.
So I roll 5 plus 2 plus 1. 8 damage.
What did you eat?
Some pudding.
Black pudding.
Well played.
The bolt hits the pudding right in the center and disappears into the pudding. The pudding like retreats into itself, trying to grab the bolt out, and it almost like turns itself inside out and explodes in a splatter of black ooze everywhere.
Let him back here.
Gross.
Yeah. I ran right
Anyone
away.
within 15 feet would take 1d8 acid damage. I don't think any of you are. So, congratulations.
sensible.
Let's hear it for running away.
Yep.
Yeah.
Running away and shooting from a distance.
Mm-hmm.
You are
teamwork.
out of combat.
Yeah.
How about
From
anybody-
somewhere in the caverns, you hear a distant animal like screaming.
Is it a human?
I said animal like.
Humans are animals.
Oh,
No,
boy.
they're not.
So I don't know. Do we feel like we have an hour?
I think we only have an
So
hour.
hard.
Down behind the
I think we
basket.
only have an hour if we can like go up in the basket.
Yes.
I think we have a short
Okay.
rest here, but I
I'm
think
not
that's all
convinced
we
that.
can do.
Well, that a short rest is an hour.
Is an hour.
Oh no, it's 5e.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome to 5e, Jason. Get with the program.
So
Uh,
okay, so for healing options, are spells our only thing at this point?
Unless we take an hour-long rest. Yes.
Yeah. And I've used up all my spells.
Okay.
And Cool Cat, where are you at on spell slots?
I have one spell slot left.
I also have one, and my only healing with that would be healing word, which is only a D4 plus 3 or so.
Yeah, that's me. Me too. I have a healing word that I can do out of rest. Same effect as you. We have the same spell. Spell buddies.
Spell buddies. So that's not a lot. You're going to get probably more from a hit die if we could. Plus, we could use our Song of Rest, which would definitely improve that.
We could
but
try
we
to
need
take a
rest.
short rest here, and then Tony will tell us if we succeed or not before we
Yeah,
move
I
on.
think we could- I mean,
Yeah.
are we under a time crunch? I can't remember.
Not
People
I
are
don't-
like
already
nobody's
dead.
up
I
there with
mean,
a stopwatch.
what I'm saying is
but...
we could try to take a short rest while
Dan, as a bard, you charge by the hour, so in fact, it's in your benefit to.
Also, it's prorated, so if it only takes us 45 minutes, still charge for the full hour.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, counselor.
Have we? Have we taken a short rest in this adventure yet?
You may have. I don't remember. How
yeah,
many
we
people,
did. Up at the
one person might have
Okay.
gotten hit after the cultist fight.
Okay.
Up in the tavern. So here is probably your tactical decision. It sounds like something maleficent is aware of your presence in the caverns. It may be aware that you are here at the entrance by the basket. It seems like if you were to linger here, you will probably be beset by some kind of attack in the next couple minutes. I would present the idea that you are in a mine. There are all kinds of twisting tunnels and hallways. You could try and figure out which direction the horrible animal noise was coming from and retreat in a different direction.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Assuming there are no horrible things in any other directions.
I got a 19 on perception. Can you tell me which direction? Can I suss out which direction it's coming from?
Yeah, I'll tell you. You QRS, you feel pretty confident it is coming from. And this map is a little bit strange in that the visual of the map is one big giant cavern, but I imagine there's lots of twisting side passages to it that are not visually depicted in the map. I'm gonna say you can tell it's coming from the north. And you know what? Do you want to give me, I don't know, maybe a nature check or something like that to try and, or anybody else, like what kind of creature might be making that?
I can do.
I have a 1. It's a something. I don't know why I rolled it twice. We'll take that 10 since that.
I'll take the 10. QRS, you think that it is probably with a 10. Let's say a bear. Does somebody else want to make a nature check?
There's a bear. There's
I rolled
a bear
4,
over
so
there.
I got a 14.
Thamia?
1.
Thamia?
It's a cat.
Thamia,
Yes.
you think it's like 2 bears.
I rolled a 20.
Cool cat, you think it's like 6 bears. Samson, you recognize the unmistakable guttural sound of the living dead.
Missed it by that much.
The living dead bears?
No, just I mean,
Oh man, I do not want to fight a bear lich.
a blitch.
Whoa.
Well, now you've
Sounds
just put that in
terrible.
Tony's mind, and it's going to be blitches.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta write something down.
Blitch, please.
Yeah. So you got that going on.
So
we should probably move to
The weird
south.
noises continue to
Yeah,
echo
I
from
south
the-
or west, maybe, or southwest, maybe southwest. How do you feel
really
about
really
southwest?
any direction other than north seems
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Right.
Southwest it is.
All right. So what I'm going to suggest, you are going to run into the caverns. Are you using any light sources right now? Who
I
is
can
it?
see
were
in the
told-
dark.
Yeah, we were told not to use light.
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah.
Samson is kind of leading the way with his dark
Didn't-
vision.
Didn't they give us something?
I think they
those
give you
are
some
headlamps.
Lamps.
miners
Yeah, the
camps with
headlamps.
very very dim light on them.
And some people threw them away, I think.
I can cast light, and I also have night vision. So
Yes, the worry is that I think we decided things might
explode if I cast
Yes.
light. Well,
Also-
I have dark vision, so I can help look.
Also,
for
I
where
would
we're
say the
going.
ability of a creature to find you in the darkness were you to cast light would be
Yeah, that's true.
So
We'll
what I
have
would
to use our
suggest
dark
is,
vision people.
because
Yeah.
Samson and Cool Cat are the ones with dark vision. Maybe put one of them at either end and like form a Congo line essentially.
Yep.
all right.
All right, let's all gather. Hold on to the rope together.
Hey,
All right.
we're using rope.
So you're using rope.
Oh yeah, let's use rope. I have silken rope.
I have some too.
I have hempen rope.
Rough hewn.
Have you tried
All
to
right.
hew rope? It doesn't go well.
Samson, I would like you to look at your abilities and determine which ability would be the most relevant to leading a Congo line of heroes into the darkness,
I suggest
away from
suggest
things. You're trying to
survival.
find.
I think that's going to be animal handling.
So survival sounds great.
That's what we'd
I
like to
am
do.
just as good at survival as I am at animal handling. So let's all go.
That's what we say about you.
Oh, 19 plus 1, 20. So
All right. That's excellent. I will say, Samson, you lead the way confidently into the tunnels. You pick several twists and turns, keeping note of your path back to the basket, firmly rooted in your mind, and find a little, basically a little like a side storage passage that was probably used as some kind of like temporary storage for mining equipment. It's even got a door, and so you are able to close that door, and you're all crowded into a tiny little unlit room in the mining corridors where you're able to buy yourself an hour to regroup and think about what your next choices will be. As you spend your time there in the hour, resting, spending hit dice, lulled by the dulcet tones of two bards in harmony, you do hear in the distance the growl of some creatures hunting for you.
Can the undead harmonize?
Hello. Go away, me. Oh, dear, a female dear.
Have we concluded that I think we've concluded that Song of Rest don't stack.
Ray, a drop of golden sun.
Wow.
I apologize to the listeners for suggesting that.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on.
Me and all right, I'm done.
What is my hit die? Is it a D?
So Song of Rest, you get an extra D6. Who
I need for sure.
yeah, but I mean, just one of us bards has to roll a D6, and actually, let's Tony, if you'll allow it, why don't Dan and I both roll D6s, and people can choose which of us is better.
All right.
Whose song to listen to?
Yeah.
This is dumb but fine.
I am reminded of one of my favorite Parks and Rec jokes, jazz plus jazz equals jazz, which is where their public radio station plays two jazz tracks on top of each other.
I rolled a 3.
I rolled a 6.
Okay. Nobody is buying what Cool Cat is laying down, but they
he
love
gently shifts into like a backing beatboxing track.
So take your take an extra D6 of hit points when you heal.
All right, hold on,
6.
everybody. I will give you an extra 1 on top of that 6 if Jason, as Cool Cat, will beatbox for 30 seconds. Hold on, setting a timer on my phone. Jason, you're using this time to get ready. As I set a timer, you're gearing up. You're getting in the moment. You are letting the rhythms flow through you. And start.
Cool Cat. Cool Cat. Legally distinct. Cool Cat likes to rock and roll. Cool Cat likes to jump and sing. Cool Cat, oh no, realizes that song's in the movie. Cool Cat. Cool Cat. Give me a K. Give me an apostrophe. Give me a UL. Give me a cat with a K. That's Cool Cat. Yeah.
All right, 30 seconds. QRS, break it down. All right. Enjoy your extra hit points.
It's already broken.
And I'm here to say.
How many extra hit points? I'm sorry, I got really wrapped up in the song.
7
the
extra hit points.
As you might. This is possible to understand.
Somebody, of course, can sample that out of the audio track. And
oh yeah, that's gonna be a lot of ringtones next week, I'm sure.
Yes.
Do people still use ringtones?
No, most people's phones are silent.
Yeah.
I'm at 14 of 15 hit points now, so thank you.
Yay.
You're welcome. Wait, so what did you roll on your hit die?
2.
Oh.
Auspicious.
That's rough. Well, but at least we
You
gave
got
you an
7
extra
more.
7 there, so
Yep.
pretty close.
Yep.
And who else? Tamia, how are you doing?
Yeah, with that 7, I'm back up. I didn't even have to roll.
We're
a hit
back.
dice.
I think you have to roll a hit die.
I mean, I did. I rolled it, and I checked off the thing that said
Got
short
it.
rest. I'm guessing, but like,
Yeah.
I didn't need my crit of a 10.
I'm
Okay.
out of hit die too,
All right,
just
and what
so
do we
everyone knows.
Yikes.
here?
Those 2 for level 2 go pretty quick.
Yeah.
Well, if you survive this adventure, you can be level 3.
Yay.
Okay, and we don't get our bardic inspiration back in a short rest either, which is a bummer.
I got a lot of it though. I've got
2 left.
I've got
Very
bardic inspiration to
inspired.
hand out, so we need to do that.
Yeah, I've got 2 left as well.
Well,
All right.
hopefully, my melee weapons will be able
Do
to
better.
help.
Yeah, let's not fight more black puddings is the goal.
Yeah.
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 Interesting choice that you think you have control over.
We're dreaming big here, Tony. Dreaming
Yeah,
big.
do that. All right, hold on. I am just gonna roll something for the creatures that are hunting you.
Oh, okay.
Great.
All right.
Oh, wait
So
here.
great.
Oh yeah, they eat you. You're dead.
They found you.
I
You
just,
died.
I just want to look up what their
Yeah.
intelligence modifier is.
Undead fall. Everyone dies.
We did bar the door, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
We
All right.
barded
I will
it
say that the
twice.
first
Yeah,
half
that's right.
hour.
Barred the door, yeah. Very good.
All right. It is about an hour when you hear the sound of something growling and groaning outside the door, and a weird sound of like rasping claws scratching at the door.
Well, this is fine.
Yeah.
There's no one here. Go away.
No brains here. Well, very
True.
few.
True story.
This is what I do. All right, Tony. Cuaris does his magical gesture, which some people will be familiar with, but the rest won't. And now looks like an undead skeleton. And he'll just open the door and just be like, crack and just be like, the door again. Occupied.
So Q Yaris, give me a bluff check.
Cool, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Deception.
deception.
And is that that's
Yeah,
probably
7.
Hold on, that's probably an opposed. So QRs, you peek open the door, and in the dim, unlit mine corridor outside is an undead creature looking back at you. This appears to be a ghoul. So let me just find a picture of a ghoul to remind myself what 5e ghouls look like, but they're a little bit more zombie-like. Yeah, they're kind of rotted, pale blue skin, horrible claw-like hands, and probably have a lot of kind of gore dripping from their slathering
This
jaws.
is bad news. So it's going to want to party with us because ghouls just want to have fun.
Yes. All right. So I am going to roll a opposed bluff check. Amazingly, ghouls are...
Do I mean, I look like an undead. Like, do I get advantage on them?
Sure, you can have advantage.
Okay, I just want to try to roll better than a 2 is what I want to try to
Yeah,
do.
that seems like a good strategy.
Woo, a 4.
Technically better. Now, I will tell you,
Sorry,
ghouls
6,
are
11.
some of your wiser undead, which is to say their wisdom modifier is 0 instead of a negative number. So this ghoul looks you up and down. You did choose to look like a skeleton and not a ghoul.
Well, I didn't know what it was.
The ghoul has rolled a 3. So the
My
ghoul,
bad.
Yes.
My bad. It
The
says.
ghoul kind of like looks you up and down and kind of like shuffles off down the hall.
Woo.
You bought
Yay.
yourself a little bit of time.
Great one, Dan.
Now, you know, you would have gotten even more advantage if you murdered your friends in front of the ghoul. Really sold it.
Really curry favor with the ghoul.
Just pulled Cool Cat up to the door, just took a big chop out of his neck.
Mm.
That would have. That's how you get an Oscar, Dan.
That's crowd pleasing too.
Yeah, it's a real
Yeah.
showstopper.
The good news is that ghoul is headed away from here. I think it's an uptown ghoul.
Dan.
Mhm.
There are. I have a list of all the songs with "girl" in the title. Let's go for days.
So this is the secret of your puns. It's all just Google.
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 Ghoul, you
waiting
know it's
for
true.
I was waiting for the getting grabbed by a ghoul where I can say, "Ghoul, you really got me now."
Mm.
Oh my gosh.
There are more ghouls coming. You have tricked one ghoul.
I'm ready.
ready. I'd like to be clear here. You're
We've
probably
also
gonna-
tricked the
that's a-
DM into revealing that there are more ghouls.
I know. Well
I'm
done.
just saying,
Yay!
Part of my plan.
You're probably going to have to fight ghouls eventually.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So
important question
you
is,
are
where are we
temporarily safe in this little storage room in the mine. You're crowded into a tiny little closet. There's pickaxes and shovels on the floor. What is next, adventurers?
We dig ourselves into a deeper hole.
Yeah, just get down. The only way out is through.
What I refresh my memory. We are looking for.
You were sent down into the mine to find out what is happening to the
Why?
miners.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are they getting
Ghouls
killed?
and puddings. I think job done.
Yes.
Yes, I was going to say, I think we have a pretty good idea what's happening here.
I suspect that in order to receive full payment, you would need to take care of the ghoul situation and not just deliver a book report that says you have ghouls.
Yeah.
What if it has pretty pictures in it?
Pretty
too?
pictures,
Like-
and it's got like you do the nice thing with the little plastic cover to it. with
Yeah,
the
yeah,
little
yeah.
Thing it slides
Mhm.
on. Yeah,
I'm gonna
Bind
deliver a
it.
book report, but the black pudding ate it.
yeah. This is the story about what we did on our summer vacation. We found ghouls and ran away.
Webster's
so-
dictionary defines ghouls as
Oh, fourth grade.
Yeah. So
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
one of you will build one of those little dioramas out of a shoebox with like
Yeah.
with little
classic work
with
there.
little like clay ghouls in it, and you guys running away and climbing in a basket
Pipe-
on the
pipe-
other side.
pipe
yeah.
cleaners.
Purple
and-
pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Get some
so
Jell-O.
we heard the cry from the north. Should we go north?
To be clear, the cry was that was the sound of ghouls. It seems like the ghouls are now searching through the various tunnels.
Okay.
So,
So we don't have a good idea of where in the mines we should be going.
well, you know that one just went back the way you came.
I feel like north is the place we actually need to explore. So
Yeah.
All right.
We,
Okay.
we need to go there, and we need to go there encountering the fewest number of ghouls. So,
We'll solve for fewest ghouls.
Yeah.
so Dan, do you still look undead?
I can look like anything.
It could be useful as
All right,
a.
I'll look like you want me to look like a ghoul and tell them that you're my prisoners?
Yeah, that always
Wait,
works.
boy.
That's how ghouls work for sure.
Yeah.
Totally
help.
fine.
I,
yeah,
I
that's
can
my favorite
disguise
episode of
self
The
as
Walking
well.
Dead, where they try to
Yeah.
reason with The Walking Dead. Yeah.
Spoilers.
Sure,
for
I
most
can make
people
myself
using
look like
The
a ghoul.
Walking Dead.
No, I blew all my spell slots. Otherwise, I could disguise self myself.
Yeah. Dan, maybe you could be one of those guys who demonstrates for his right to become a zombie. So
I would
let's-
I'm going to disguise myself as a ghoul, but as
let's reopen this mine.
like a
take the risk.
better
Too real.
ghoul, like a ghoul
not
boss,
like one of
like
those
a ghoul
ghouls.
supervisor.
Like a senior
I'm a-
ghoul.
Yeah,
Yeah.
senior ghoul, exactly.
Yeah.
Not your
Mm.
average ghoul.
Yeah,
Ghoul,
that's right.
Ghoul boss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh
got
my
it.
gosh. Okay, let's.
A material ghoul.
Go n-
So-
Quick, please, let's go.
all right.
We would
We're
rather
going
die.
north.
Yeah. Let's go. I open the door.
All right.
north we go.
North we
Classic
go.
Jason.
So Q Yaris in ghoul form is leading a parade of heroes through the darkness.
Well, I mean, Samson's going to have to go first
Oh, okay.
because I can't see Jack.
Gotcha.
We're hand in
are you-
hand walking through.
So
Aw.
there are obviously many interlocking tunnels here. Did you want to kind of head back to the main chamber with the basket, or just kind of head north in the tunnels?
I think we
there's
kind
lots
of want to
tunnels.
skirt around the outside, because if they're patrolling or whatever ghouls have the brains to do,
Mhm,
we want to kind of encounter them one on one very quietly.
mhm.
So, I think we kind of don't go back to the scene of the crime.
Yeah, you've never been there. You don't know anything about baskets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's this broken part of an abacus here? I don't know. I've never seen it before.
Could be anything.
All right, so north, like maybe up this.
All right. So you are heading through the tunnels, and give me some perception checks. Probably Samson. You're at the front of the group.
Okay, perception +3.
And I guess Cool Cat's going to be kind of more in the middle, trying to just
Mhm.
keep an eye around us to see if there's anybody sneaking up from the sides of the
Yeah.
back or anything.
I rolled a 14.
All right, cool. Who's at the back? Is Cool Cat? Did you say you were at the back?
Yeah,
or
I'm toward the
middle?
toward the back, and I'm scanning around just to make
All
sure
right.
we're not.
Why don't you give me a perception check as well?
9.
Okay. All right. So you are hunting your ways through the tunnels. The tunnels are clearly were hastily shut down, and there's still various mining equipment littered here. It seems like probably some miners just dropped their equipment and left in the middle of probably some kind of evacuation situation. Samson, as you come around a corner, you see a creature in the darkness about 20 feet away from you, and it seems to be kind of shuffling in your direction, possibly not aware of your presence yet.
I do one of those hand gestures, the military things, hold back.
Mhm.
I think we're going to have to attack it, but
Maybe
maybe
we
we
could do
can.
it quietly.
Yeah. Do we have any stealthy abilities.
Do you have a
Right.
silencer for your bards? Just
I have a +4 to stealth, but my attacks are like use a
I could
dart.
mock it very quietly.
hey you.
Well, I can shoot at it, which, if I killed it in one go, it would be very quiet.
Why don't you do that every time?
We're gonna have to take this thing
Artificer.
out.
Oh
Well,
man,
Sam-
Artificer
Samson-
Assassin was.
Or we
So-
sneak around it.
So Samson and I both have night vision, right? So we can see
Yeah.
it clearly. Can anybody else see it?
Sorry, when you say night vision, it makes me think you have goggles.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do. We put our goggles on. Everything's green.
You have
Great.
dark vision or low light vision?
dark vision, I think, right?
Oh.
I don't know. I just made that up. I did.
Oh, thanks.
Probably dark vision. You're a cat, right?
Dark vision, yeah.
Okay, well,
60
wow, that's the best one.
60 feet dark vision.
Yeah, same, I think.
I'm a cat. I can
Mhm.
see far away in the dark.
Indeed,
I'm a
I think
gnome.
like 60 feet.
So what I'm
So-
saying is that if they can't see this thing clearly, but we can, maybe we could quietly, like 1, 2, 3, throw and do a couple of ranged attacks and see if we can take it down before it notices we're here.
You could try that. You can discuss this very quickly as it shambles down the hallway at
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I elbow Samson and go on 3. I'm going to do the other hand gestures. I'm going to be like,
Just checking. Does Cool Cat have fingers that are really like?
Cool Cat has 3 fingers. That's why it's on 3.
Okay, it can't be more than that. I'm just. I'm
Well, I mean,
concerned
no,
about the-
technically it could be on 6, but then he'd have to like
Oh.
pull out a boomerang when
Yeah.
it got to 3.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mainly, I was concerned. Can you do less than 3? I mean, how much dexterity do you have in your horrible mascot hands?
I mean, there in this, it's good enough for me to throw a boomerang and
Okay,
stuff like that.
all right.
So yeah,
Okay, so Cool Cat counts down. 3, 2, 1, and what happens?
Let's jam.
well, Cool Cat's gonna throw a boomerang.
All right,
While I simultaneously shoot a short bow.
all right, do those things.
I'm looking forward to you both rolling 1 and the boomerang taking out the arrow. They just
Yeah.
look at each other like,
The boomerang
try.
sails through, and the crossbow bolt also sails through, and they hit each other. And the
Well,
shot-
hopefully
the
in
crossbow
that
bolt
case,
cuts the boomerang in half, so that both halves of the boomerang go around.
The boomerang
well, hopefully the ghoul won't notice that.
is a 16.
All right, the boomerang, you hit a what can only be described as a startled ghoul in the face with a boomerang. It makes the sound of a piece of wood hitting an old steak.
Tenderizing.
why an old steak?
Well, because it's a ghoul, Dan. It's not
rotten.
red.
Okay, that's
Rotten.
fair. fair.
7
I rolled a
7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. And Samson?
I rolled 23.
All right, your arrow fires true. It catches the ghoul in the eye for.
7 damage.
All right, the ghoul is severely wounded, but
We
not
of
dead.
course shot it in the throat
Hmm.
to silence it.
Okay. All right. I think the key thing we should do now is the ghoul lets out like a weird kind of guttural. It's not quite a scream. It's more just like a sound of surprise that may or may not fall upon the ear of other ghouls nearby. I think we should roll initiative and see what's going to happen.
Sounds
The
good.
ghoul has rolled a critical success.
The gruel?
Ghoul.
Oh no, are we fighting gruel now?
Please, sir, can I have some
First it
more?
was a pudding.
Man, rolling poor.
I rolled a 14.
17.
Everybody in there? Who are we waiting for?
Got to put your number in the tracker.
Looks like we're good. So Cool Cat 17, Samson 14, Thamia 12, Qyaris 10, Lee 7. So unfortunately, the ghoul is first. I think this would have been a very different fight otherwise. The ghoul kind of rears his head back and lets forth kind of a high-pitched guttural scream. Ah! Other screams echo from the distance in the tunnels. Ah! Ah! and the sound of undead feet scampering on the mine floor echoes in the distance. This ghoul, let's see, what could it do? What could
These
it
must
do?
be these must at least be small ghouls, though, right, Tony?
Mhm.
Because big ghouls don't cry.
Mhm.
So many regrets Tony has.
Regrets. I've had a ghoul. All right. So, can you guys? I know the map is not totally what we are doing. Can you arrange yourselves as if there was a long hallway and you are? So, like, I think Samson and Cool Cat had to be kind of at the front of the group, right? Because you were
I
doing
think
the
I was
attacks.
right behind them.
I'm just gonna.
Sam-
No reason.
Samson.
Just gonna delete that basket.
Samson keeps edging backwards.
Mhm. All right. This ghoul is going to charge, and I think Samson is there. So the ghoul comes rushing up to Samson, and it reaches out with his horrible, bony, blood-stained claws and slashes at you, Samson. 16 to hit.
17 armor class.
All right. Its claws scrape across your fancy artificer's armor. Let's see. Other creatures are other ghouls are moving in the tunnels. You see two more scrambling from in the same direction as that. And I don't know if you notice it yet, but there's the sound of other ones coming from behind you.
Cool.
So,
Cool Cat sees them.
okay.
It's that dark vision.
I don't know which way you're looking though.
I'm looking around. I'm concerned that we've alerted them, so I'm like, looking around.
All right. Let me just no reason. Just doing some roll on numbers. Everything's great. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see some coming in from the west.
Mm-hmm.
Those West End ghouls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Mm.
All right. Cool Cat, you are next. You are face to face with a badly injured ghoul. Several other ghouls have turned the corner ahead of you and are loping down the passageway in your direction.
All right. Well, I am. Let's see. What do I want to do here? I'm gonna throw a boomerang at one of the ghouls loping in my direction, the one straight north of me.
All right.
That's 17.
All right. Thwack. It hits that ghoul solidly in the side for some amount of damage.
4.
Okay. 4 bludgeoning damage. Samson, you are next, face to face with a ghoul.
Well, I think shooting it in the face seems prudent.
Mm.
I'm not going to use my arm blade and stick my hand towards.
Is there a penalty to firing a crossbow at short range at a thing in your
You
face?
you have disadvantage.
Probably.
Yeah,
on a
you're
ranged
gonna
attack.
you don't want to do a ranged attack, James. You gotta
This-
melee this guy.
Ooh,
This
okay.
may be an arm blade situation.
Yeah, this
Well,
is why
it
I
may
took
be.
a shot at the guy in the back. Is that otherwise I'd have to melee, and I'm not as good at that. But you are right there, so I think you gotta
Okay, I guess arm blade
Arm
time.
blade. Arm blade.
arm blade time.
Yeah, it's just I don't particularly want to stick my hand in the.
You don't. You stick
Face-
the blade in the face.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
The,
Yeah,
the
for-
blade is in
Pointy
my
tip
hand.
goes in the other guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that what you've been doing? You've been reaching your hand into people's mouths and then turning the blade on?
Well, that's actually that's quite good from a dramatic perspective.
I guess, but like, I don't
James
know.
is
your hands.
violating the Hippocratic Oath here, though, which is do no
Yeah.
arm.
Mm, mm.
Mm.
More like
Wow.
hypocritical.
No arm done.
Yeah.
This became a hippo. Told me to say that.
Okay. That's almost a joke.
Missed it by that much.
Yeah.
Okay. As I lose track of what I'm actually doing. So I rolled 14 plus 4, 18.
All right, you flail and your arm blade snaps out and hits. Roll damage.
Damage is 3 plus 2, 5.
All right, you deal a devastating wound to this ghoul, but he is still there, still on his feet, still blood-soaked tongue writhing around in its mouth, its claws grasping in your direction.
Meanwhile, my arm blade is stuck in the side of its head.
Yes. All right, you all set, Samson?
Yeah. I mean, I think that's pretty much all I can
All right.
do.
Thamia, you are kind of in the middle of the group. You are aware of malevolent creatures all around you.
All right. Can I make it to the one back here?
Where's back here? Yeah. So you step beyond your friends and close with the ghouls that thought they were sneaking up behind you.
Yes.
That's always good in zombie movies when we, split the party. One person.
You're
goes
within
off.
view of each other.
We could
I don't
see.
want them coming up from behind. Ooh. If I roll my dice and it hits other dice and I get a critical fail, can I roll my dice again? No, just a random question.
That's
No?
I don't know. Somebody will have to do the research on that, but I don't think so. I roll my dice and I really don't like
Yeah,
the answers.
if I throw my dice at my computer and it bounces off, I cannot be held responsible for that.
As somebody who's qualified with dice, I allow it.
This is one of those classic. If I roll the dice and it lands on the floor, I can look at the answer on the die before I decide if it
Right,
counts or
and
not.
see.
Right?
If I roll the die and I don't like the answer and I smash it with a hammer.
Will Wagner.
Did that dice ever exist?
Will Wagner, you still don't have hammer privileges.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that I kind of start running towards the
Sorry,
zombie behind.
I'm having flashbacks to the whole dice hammer situation. All right, yes, I'm back.
I trip over a rock and kind of like
All right.
not. Yeah. Doing
Fall
great.
down with your throat exposed.
Swing wildly. All right, Hugh Yaris.
All right, so
You are
there's-
in the middle of the group. There are ghouls everywhere around you.
This ghoul in front of Samson has actually been hurt pretty bad, right?
Yes.
They did. Okay, so I'm gonna try. I'm gonna pop out from behind Samson and say, I still look like a ghoul, I guess.
You look like.
So I'm gonna say-
you look like a lead ghoul. Yeah.
Yeah, I really say, which is a cutting ghoul insult. I mean, they know what they're talking about. And then they will make a wisdom saving throw, I believe.
Okay. This being the badly injured one.
Yes.
All right. Wisdom saving throw. 12.
They do not make a 13. They'll take some damage. And more importantly, they have disadvantage on their next attack roll if they're still alive. 4 psychic damage.
The ghoul grabs its head, dealing with the horrible ghoulish insult in its head, and like rocks back and forth, and then just falls backward as he has been
Just
mocked
killed a ghoul with my
mockery.
words.
Yes.
Great, do it.
I
4
turn
more
to the
times.
rest of the party and say, use your words.
All
They
right.
can't take words.
So next up is a creature comes down the hallway behind the ghoul. It looks somewhat undead but different. This creature, like its entire body, is just soaked in dripping black liquid, and it's humanoid. It walks on 2 feet like a man, and it kind of splashes toward you, and it reaches out one arm and gurgles something, and a magic spell shoots across the tunnel, illuminating things. I guess you know what, Cool Cat, you're toward the front.
Yep.
Let's see.
Son of a lich.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
A dexterity saving throw. Interesting. Interesting. Let me see here. No, that doesn't. I have some special things, but not that.
How special?
Dexterity, general dexterity, acrobatics. What are we looking at here?
Just a dex saving throw.
It's a saving throw, though, so you may have additional, not a skill check.
10.
Is a 10 a success on a saving throw? It would be, right?
I think so.
It's for
If it's a
is it
straight up
success
saving
on-
throw.
What's the DC?
Let's see. Hold on. That is, do they give me that in the adventure? Is my question. Because, for example, I would think if it's a spell attack, it would be better than that.
Right.
It's based on the person casting the spell.
Yes. Sorry. Hi, Erica. Where's the point that says this thing? Sorry, I lost my place in the adventure. Everything's great.
So a little while ago, sitting here, and I heard a crash. I don't think my mic picked it up. And I looked over, and Raven had jumped from my husband's office chair onto the top of a cabinet that is like 6.5 feet tall. She
So,
almost didn't
Dan,
make it.
let me just ask you this. The creature that's casting the spell is not usually a magic casting creature. It has a wisdom of 10, so +0. So I think probably it's spell save. It doesn't give me a spell save, but I think it's probably a 10.
Its spell save is generated, I think, by it's 10 plus your spell casting ability modifier. So if its
It doesn't
wisdom
give me
is
that, but I
0,
think it's 0.
then
I think it's
it's
0.
10.
It
It's
doesn't
10.
work.
So, Cool Cat, you dodge out of the way as a bolt of fire shot by a strange undead creature hit the wall of the tunnel next to your head.
Wow, that was scary.
Lee,
So was that bolt of fire enough for me to see what's going on? Like I imagine I heard Thamia peel off and go to the southwest.
do you want to make a check to see if you can turn to look behind you?
Yeah, like I don't know what I can see, basically.
I think you are aware of the sounds of battle ahead of you and behind you, and the bolt of fire briefly illuminated the hallway so you could see that there were ghouls to the north and south of you.
Okay.
Ghouls to the north of us. Ghouls to the south of us.
And something beyond the ghouls to the north that was the source of that light.
Okay. Okay, what's my move? 1 second here. So I have my 40 feet is my move. So can I make it up to the people
you
to
can
the
go
north?
You can go anywhere. You're a
right.
monk.
So ooh, today I learned. So I'm gonna run up, weave up to these.
You're dodging over crates and boulders and bouncing off of the rafters, holding this mining tunnel up, and you close with a pair of ghouls and a strange kind of oil-soaked figure behind them.
And I'm going to hit the one to the east with my quarterstaff. I rolled that's a 12 versus AC.
You thunk it in the side with your quarterstaff.
That was enough. Okay, great. And so it's a D6. Rolled a 6, so that's 10 points of damage.
Ugh, some of the stuff that should be inside a ghoul kind of falls out.
And then I my second strike, I rolled a 1, so I'm done.
So you punch in the air near where you just left a huge hole in it. The ghouls see you right in their face, and they are angry. Team Ghoul, a team of ghouls that is going to murder you.
Well, East Coast ghouls are hip. I really dig the way they scare.
But the northern girls with the
northern
way
girls. No, the southern girls with the way they scream. They knock me out when I'm down there. I can keep going.
No one will stop you.
That's the problem, isn't it? I started and I'm like, they're not going to stop me.
This is what the listeners tune in for. It's our suffering.
The Midwest farmer zombies really make you feel all right.
All right, ghoul turn.
And the northern ghouls with the way they hiss. They keep their victims dead at night. I wish they all could be California ghouls.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm done.
Right. Lee, you are face to face with 2 ghouls because you have charged north in the passageway to confront your attackers. Those ghouls are going to claw at
Them
you.
ghouls.
Them ghouls.
Them ghouls.
Them there ghouls. I got a 14 and a 13 to hit.
Nope.
Neither. You are ducking and weaving as the ghouls are slashing at you with their horrible, wretched claws. Far down the passageway, Thamia has rushed south to confront the ghouls that thought they were sneaking up behind all of you. Those ghouls are also going to attack Thamia. Slightly more impressive. I have rolled a 23 and an 11.
The 23 hits.
All right. You take a 7 slashing damage. The ghoul slices into your arm. The cut burns, and you must make a DC 10 Constitution save.
Okay. So I roll a d10.
Roll a d20 and add your Constitution modifier. Roll higher than 10.
Okay, 9 plus 2 is 11.
Higher
So
than 10.
yes.
11.
Nice.
The cut burns and your arm feels a little numb, but you are not impeded. But probably don't let that keep happening.
Yes.
So, Cool Cat, you are in the middle of the passageway. Your friend Lee has rushed north. Your friend Thamia has rushed south. The world is your oyster, which is to say, your world is a dark, unlit cavern full of ghouls murdering you from both sides. Which I've never had oysters. I assume it's like this.
Probably. That's my guess too. I think Cool Cat is concerned about this guy, the spellcaster, but I'm just gonna throw again at the ghoul to the north of me who's engaged directly with Lee. I'm gonna throw a boomerang.
Okay. And that ghoul's pretty injured at this point, so.
Right. I'm gonna use dice by P-Calc for this one.
Mm.
Don't let me down.
No pressure.
20.
Another boomerang
That's
sails through the
dice by
ground.
Pico
Not through
guaranteed.
the ground. Another boomerang sails through the opposite of the ground. Another boomerang sails through the air, thunking into the side of a horrible, screaming ghoul and does some amount of damage.
That amount is 7.
That ghoul is badly, badly injured at this point.
Not badly enough.
Boomerangs litter the floor of the hallway at this point.
I've picked up the boomerang next to the guy that Samson just killed, by the way. That's the other thing.
All right. Samson, Jotham, you two are in the middle of the hallway. Danger to the north, danger to the south. Which way will you go?
Well, up. I think I could take out the very damaged ghoul, but I would still leave. I'm going to try shooting the person in the managerial role at the back.
Mm-hmm.
I like to speak
We've
with
all
manager,
been there,
please.
James.
Yeah.
We've all been there.
Yes. And we're going to flatten out this management structure. We're going to have more sort of decision making with the people. They can make their own choices. So I'm going to shoot at him, and I roll a 20,
Nice.
a natural 20 plus. Where's my things gone?
I mean,
A natural
5.
20 hits.
Well,
Okay.
I'm just telling you it's 25, so it was really
Okay.
good.
It's really good, James.
Yes.
All right. So your crossbow bolt whizzes down the hallway, past Lee, past the ghouls, and hits the undead manager in the side.
So in 5e, a crit is double dice plus your modifier,
Yes.
right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So that's gonna be
I've retired from 4e now. I can forget all of that.
that is
Yeah,
gonna be
you forgot.
9 damage.
All right. The creature groans as your crossbow bolt plunks into his oily side.
Yeah.
The oily side of this creature is the outside.
I'm not sure what this says about management, but yes.
Tune in to Total Party Kill for Tony Sidler's biting takedowns of capitalism. Speaking of bitings, the ghouls bite. Oh, it's not your turn yet. Thamia, you are next.
All right, I'm gonna hit towards the one closest to me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. But 11.
Somehow you're swinging wide and you do not connect with these horrible ghouls that are hunting you in the hallway, but you are holding the line.
And I'm also holding another hand axe.
Mm.
So I will swing with my. Nope, not even gonna. Yeah.
All right.
I'm doing great.
Back in the throng, Yaris, in the guise of a assistant to the regional manager, undead. You stand in the middle of the pack, engaged with neither the northern nor southern troubles.
All right. Well, I'm close. I'm within range of that injured ghoul.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to yell to Lee. I've got that one. I'm talking about my ghoul. And then I'm going to viciously mock that ghoul and say, "You're just a ghoul lackey. You aren't even the assistant to the assistant regional ghoul manager."
Rolling a wisdom save. I rolled a 3.
Nope.
You're going to lose that ghoul.
You're going to lose. I was saving that one.
Another ghoul hits the ground, writhing, clutching its head.
Okay. That was enough. Two damage was enough.
It had 1 hit point. So
Cool. All right. I'm taking out ghouls left and right.
well, one left and one to the
north
right.
and north.
Mm.
Is there? How we doing, Tammy? Have you been hit by those
Yes,
guys?
I have.
How are you
I
doing
have
health-wise?
13 out of 20.
Okay, so you can take at least another
Yeah.
hit. And Lee, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, I'm saving the healing for the moment.
Yep.
So yeah, I think we're good.
All right. Next up is the manager of the undead, the top
Or
of the
in
totem
French.
pole.
Manger.
Means eater of people.
Yeah, which is appropriate for a ghoul.
Lee, I think you are the most threatening. So the creature reaches out its hand and gurgles something, and a bolt of fire zips across the cavern in your direction. Give me a dex saving throw.
Dex saving. Ooh, I like this because I
Yeah,
have a +6 to dex saving rolls.
Yeah, you basically are going to have an easy time nimbly
You're a monk.
dodging.
Yeah, so that's 20, not natural.
All right, you do an unnecessary backflip.
Oh, I think
And
was
then-
necessary.
And then a front flip back into the
That's
place
right.
where you were, and kind of the creature looks annoyed at you. The creature is then going to step forward and take another approach with its multi-attack. It is going to, let's see, it could bite you, it could claw you, it could bite you, it could claw you. You know what? Lee, this time the creature is just gonna it kind of leans forward and just its jaws are snapping and it tries to take a chomp out of you. That is a critical. I need a bunch of dice for this.
Oh.
Those are words you like to hear.
Yeah,
I need a bunch of
So
dice
great.
for this.
this is real bad. That is 21 piercing damage
I'm
as
down.
it just reaches. He just leans forward, and you have flipped all around his magic. And sometimes a bite does what a cantrip cannot. And he just this creature, this soaked in oil, dripping with weird, foul-smelling liquid, just takes a chomp out of Lee's throat.
No.
Lee, it is your turn. You get to make a death saving throw. Congratulations.
Yay!
Yay!
And I failed.
Make note of that.
Hmm.
The ghouls are next. Well, 2 ghouls are being held in place by Thamia. They are going to scratch at Thamia. I rolled a 20 and a much lower number. Does 20 hit?
Yeah.
All right, you take 7 slashing damage and need to make another Constitution saving throw.
Come on. You can do it. You can do it.
Can't look. Okay, I got a 17.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, you are not racked with ghoul fever. The other ghoul, as Lee lies on the ground, kind of sniffs at Lee for a second and then decides that there are other fresher enemies to deal with and lopes down the hall. Let's see, Samson and Cool Cat are there in the darkness. Odds I attack Samson, even Cool Cat. Even Cool Cat. Cool Cat. A claw attack coming at your guitar arm. I rolled a 22.
Well, that'll get me.
7 slashing damage, Cool Cat, and you must make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
20.
Okay. The cut sizzles on your furry mascot arm, but does not paralyze you. It's your turn.
That smell of burning plastic.
Oh boy.
Things are looking bad. Lee is lying on the ground bleeding. There are still 3 ghouls looking to devour you and a manager ghoul overseeing the whole operation.
Manager Ghoul, DC 13 Wisdom save. Dissonant Whispers.
Are you at any challenge of doing that when a ghoul is engaged with you?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's only if he targets the ghoul in front of him.
All right. So you cast a dissonant whispers on this creature. This creature
be the boss. You'll always just be a mid-level manager. And
I will tell you-
I like to rock and roll.
This creature is actually aghast. The ghast.
I'm aghast as well.
I'm also,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
We're all
The
yes,
gi-
Tony.
The ghast will roll a wisdom saving throw, neither with advantage nor disadvantage. Is that correct?
Correct.
The ghast has rolled a 4. So the ghast is racked with dissonant whispers. Is that 13 psychic damage?
13 psychic damage, and it must move as far as its speed allows away from me.
All right. The ghast, I guess,
Bye-bye.
is grabbing his head, rocking, and wanders off 30 feet. He probably turns a corner and is no longer visible in the passageway.
And is questioning his whole career trajectory now.
To clarify for future Tony, it's disadvantage, but only for making a spell attack. Since he made a save, not an attack, didn't matter if he was engaged.
All right. Well,
I totally
good turn,
knew that.
Cool Cat.
Yep, thanks.
Yep.
Bards stick together.
Samson Jotham, there is a bard. There's a bard near you. There is also a ghoul near that bard.
Technically,
Which
two
is
bards.
scary.
Yeah, 2 bards. He's practically flanked by bards. If flanking
Yeah,
were a
two-
thing and
two-
it mattered.
2 bards and many stones.
No waiting.
And there's a ghoul. It's not attacking you, but it is engaged with your friend next to you.
Oh,
We're also-
congratulations.
Congratulations.
I can't stop thinking about in one of our other adventures. There's 2 players that got married for the stat bonus that it gave them.
Yeah, true.
It's the Dungeons and Dragons equivalent of like a green card wedding. They did it before they went on a very dangerous mission into like an underground fight club. They're like, we should get married so we get one plus 1 defense. Sorry.
I love it though because they're so cute together.
Yeah.
Well, Dan still looks like a ghoul, so I mean, we've got a chance of setting something up here.
Yeah. Roll seduction.
Goulder? I don't know what you would call the dating app for the undead.
Oh.
I'll have to think about this one. You know what? I've got several answers. They're all things I shouldn't say on the podcast.
Oh no.
We'll
Anyway.
talk about those later.
Yeah, we'll bring that.
Well, given that this thing is right next to me, I think the only thing I can do is to break out the trusty arm blade and see if I can attack it. Playing to all my strengths here, definitely.
Is the arm blade not good, or do you just not like it?
It's great for an element of surprise.
Okay.
It's not great if you're having to use it all the time because people have already seen it.
Gotcha.
And it's
I mean, theatrically, or I mean, it's a pretty good attack, right?
it's not bad. I mean, it's
Okay.
like 1d4
He prefers
plus 2.
to run away
Gotcha.
down the
Yeah.
hall in multiple rooms, and he can't do that right now.
Yeah,
I get it. We can't throw abaci at things.
I'm
abcopides at things every day.
I'm out of my sort of natural area, really.
What is your natural area?
Far away.
Okay. Aline, that's not right.
It's not. I don't know what it's doing.
All
Oh
right.
no. There's a glitch in the Matrix.
Oh no.
He's Elite's becoming an ent.
Alina's multi-classing dryad.
Whatever.
All right. Samson Jotham, Armblade, attack a ghoul.
Yes, I'm gonna miss. Well, no, let's see. 9 plus 4.
Hold on. Do I have to only give bardic inspiration on my turn?
I think so.
It's a
Oh,
bonus
damn it.
action.
Okay.
But do the math on that, Mr. Peacock.
Well, it's a 13.
A 13 hits a ghoul.
Whoa!
Yay!
In
didn't
that
need my help.
case,
You guys are level 2. The monsters are not impossible. I would say I think you have encountered a variety of monsters that hit pretty hard, but don't have the most amazing defenses.
I think
So.
we've just all made really bad decisions leading up to this
And
point.
really
I
bad
mean,
rolls.
My whole
James
life.
Thompson. Yeah, you're like 27 years of bad decisions. So
Well,
you know where it all went wrong. Do the math.
yes,
so-
this is very true. But this particular math is a 5 damage.
All right, you stab this creature with your arm blade and do 5 damage. Okay, Thamia, you're kind of off in the distance to the south, fighting 2 ghouls by yourself. That is a lot of ghouls for one person. But so far, and you have gotten sliced by a couple ghouls. How are you doing?
I have 6 out of 20 hit points.
Just to note, it seems like when ghouls slice into you, they do more damage than that.
Yes.
You're aware
Well,
of that
if they would
situation.
stop rolling higher than my armor class, I wouldn't have a problem.
I will fax them a memo about that.
Okay, great. Sounds great. So I'm going to go after the same ghoul, and I'm going to roll higher this time.
Mm.
I have deemed it to be so. And I have rolled a 14.
All right, you slash into that ghoul with your slightly acidified longsword.
Yes. And I haven't hit in so long, I forgot what dice I needed to roll. Okay.
Exciting.
We're going to do I can add that is for 4 damage.
Okay, is that all? I thought your longsword did more than that.
It's a 1d8 plus 2.
And
But
you rolled
when
a
you
2.
roll a 2,
And subtract 1 because of the whole.
well,
black
no,
pudding?
that's with it. It's normally plus 3.
Gotcha.
But
All right.
I am going to then hit with my hand axe.
And your hand axe hasn't been inside a black pudding, so
That's true. So it's a plus 3 with a 1d6.
Mhm.
Oh nope. I got a 7.
Okay. You are slicing and dicing, but mainly dicing.
Yes.
Q Yaris, you're in the middle of the pack still. Bard adjacent.
There's a ghoul next to Cool Cat and
Indeed.
me. Or sorry, next to Cool Cat and Samson.
Yeah.
So QRS will stroll up to his buddies and
More
sing,
like co-workers.
coworkers. You know, I wish I'd hit Samson's ghoul, and he'll stab him with a rapier.
Stab me, please.
22.
All right, you jam your rapier right into that ghoul's side.
For
9
9
piercing
piercing
damage. That ghoul is severely wounded.
I will then use a bonus action. Lee, you're still down, right?
I am.
I'm going to spend a healing word. So that's my last spell slot.
What is your healing word?
It is 1d4 plus 3.
Dan, what's the word?
The word is bard.
Okay.
Bard is the
Bard
word.
is the
Just a
word.
reminder.
Bard is the word.
Bard is the word. Okay.
All right.
I think
I was a little on the
Barb.
spot there. But
Bird.
yeah, it seemed to work. Yeah, Barb is Barb.
Barb.
So Lee, take yourself a full 7 hit points.
What? Okay. Thank you.
I am out of spell slots.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
Sweet.
All right. From a side passageway, Q Yaris, a ghastly manager arrives.
How
Oh,
fast
this-
is he to come that? He moved away at his speed.
Okay, fine. From the distance, you see the ghastly manager has turned a corner and is coming back in your direction. He doesn't have quite enough speed to close with the group. Q Yaris, a bolt of fire zips in the direction of your head. Dexterity saving throw. The number to get is 10 or above.
How about a 21? Does a 21 do it for you?
That's showing off.
I do like a like I've got like a like an air guitar, and I like hit my knees like sliding across the floor as it zips over my head.
Sorry, my eyes just rolled out of my head. Oh, I had to go get them. Lee, you are conscious, though you've had more hit points, that's sure. And you are not surrounded by the undead currently. You're just, in the vicinity of the undead.
That's the way I like it. But I'm
You're on the ground.
Stand up.
Yep.
Stand up. I'm going
Classic.
to move to the south to hit the only ghoul I hear nearby, since I can't really
only good
see
for
it.
you.
And I rolled an 8 plus 6 is 14.
All right. The ghoul is totally surprised as you come up behind it and whack it in the back of the neck with your quarterstaff.
And it's 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
The ghoul is
then,
rocking back and forth.
And then, since I hit it with a monk weapon, I am going to... Is it Flurry of Blows that I get to do now? It's been so long. So
yeah, you weren't using that against the pudding.
No.
Aline, you have a power that allows you to put your hand in an acidic pudding multiple times per turn.
No. Let me just
tell me more.
Hit the squishy thing instead.
Yeah.
So that's 12.
All right, you land a devastating uppercut to the ghoul that is turned around to face you. Roll damage.
5.
There's a cracking noise, and the ghoul's head separates from its neck and rolls down the mine tunnel in the direction of Thamia. Samson, Jotham, and Kuyaris and Lee, you're in the middle of the tunnel. There are no longer any ghouls engaged with you. Your friend Thamia is still holding off a pair of ghouls by herself, and the ghast is hurling spells at you from a side passage kind of to the east. The ghouls are next. There's only 2. They have only Thamia to face, and so they do their claw attacks on Thamia. I rolled a good number and a less good number. Both of those work for you as well as me. They're the different numbers. So the numbers are 16 and 21.
The 21 hits.
All right. 7 slashing damage, and Thamia hits the ground.
Yes.
Cool Cat.
Cool Cat throws a boomerang at the manager, at the ghast.
All right.
13 to hit.
13 hits. It clangs off the side of his head. Clang.
Clang, clang, clang goes the boomerang.
I don't know how ghasts work, but it's 5.
Well, maybe this
damage.
ghast has like a
metal plate.
Yeah.
5 damage.
5 damage. The ghast is not looking great.
And then
Cool boomeranged and dissonant whispered and so on.
And Cool Cat's just kind of gonna move over here.
All right, Cool Cat darts down a side passage to the west. Samson, Jotham.
With the air guitar in the last turn, I have now realized that our 2 bards are basically Bill and Ted.
But which is Bill and which is Ted? For answers to questions such as these, please consult our lawyers.
I'm going to thankfully move back to my short bow, and I'm going to shoot the manager.
Somewhat regret calling him that, but here we go.
Well, I have rolled 14 plus 5, 19.
All right, you get the manager right in the chest with an arrow, bolt, I don't know, thing.
Bolt from the blue.
Okay.
And I rolled 7.
The manager is staggering on his ghastly feet, not long for this world. Thamia, guess what? You get to do something new in Dungeons and Dragons. You get to make a
Yay!
death saving throw. Hint: roll higher. Don't fail 3 times in a row. If you succeed 3 times total, before you fail, you get back up. So
Cool.
You're
it's like
stabilized.
baseball.
You're stabilized.
It's it's just
You
like
don't get
baseball.
up,
I'm told.
just to be clear.
Okay.
Yeah, like baseball. If you hit the ball 3 times, you get a strike, and if you get 3 strikes, you're out.
Then you win.
If you have 3
So-
outs,
Yeah.
you get to go to the infield. And if
Okay.
you go to the infield, you get to fight the umpire.
No,
And if you
when
fight
you
the
get
umpire-
3, Tony, you don't know anything about baseball. When you get 3 outs, you go to the outfield.
Oh, multi-ball. So- someday I'll go to a baseball game, and I'll be bored.
Someday they'll have them.
Eh,
Ugh.
seems I've been to a minor league baseball game.
That counts.
There
That's
you go.
baseball.
Mines?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, it's minors are
That's where I got
playing.
the idea for this.
Yeah.
it was the.
It's easy to hit a ball with a pickaxe, let me tell you.
I was a
Now
kid.
listen, I was in the minor league once.
It was the Omaha City Royals. I think is the name of them, or was the name of them in the 90s. So
So
I
I'm
was
guessing
bored.
I roll a d20.
Roll a d20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
roll
thank
high.
you.
Get it.
So I've decided that my unicorn dice are failing, so I'm using dice by PCalc.
I'll push the special button.
All right, you ready? Push it
Let's-
now.
The subscription
Turbo.
service.
I rolled a nat 20.
Does that mean on a
That
death
is
saving throw?
2
Jan?
successes on a death saving throw.
Okay.
Wait a second. I thought nat 20. You're up.
That's 4E.
That's 4.
Oh, damn it!
Jason.
I must
before you can
forget all
learn-
that I have learned.
Before you can learn, you must
I
unlearn.
must unlearn.
Yes,
And go
unlearn
wash
it all.
these cars.
Whew.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I am incorrect. I'm sorry. I'm
Oh.
revising.
Oh,
If you roll a d20 on the d20, you regain 1 hit point.
See,
Okay.
see.
And 1 is 2 failures.
1 is 2 failures, and if you roll a 20,
You get up.
you get a hit point and you're awake again.
That's why I
Sweet.
always check. I always check.
I guess I
now
did
the
unlearn
challenge-
and have learned.
the challenging thing is you are lying there with 1 hit point next
Right.
Next
to
to 2
2 ghouls.
which makes it a
So,
lot easier for them to just murder you outright.
Yeah.
Not great.
So I only have one success then.
Nope,
Or
you
do I
have
still-
1 hit point.
You have 1 hit
You are
point.
up.
So
You're up.
I'm done with the death
You're
save.
done.
You
Yep.
you won the game. The game that is dying.
Okay.
You just won it. The
Okay.
game is
For now.
over.
I
You
have
at
not
least
died.
temporarily won the game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
You are not dying. You are just in a horrible, horrible life
And then
situation.
I will need to. So, let's see.
Dan, is there an
Death saving throw.
is there?
No, what I'm trying to figure out is if she makes a death saving throw and gets 1, it's the death saving throw at the end of the turn or the
I
beginning
think so.
of the turn?
I don't know. Consult death and dying in the player's handbook.
That's where I am.
I will pause a moment to make sure you get it right because this could be a big deal.
I'm sorry I am making you guys do research.
No, it's
No, it's
okay.
fine. This is-
These jerks should know how to play Dungeons and Dragons. This is on the players, not me. I never make mistakes except for all those times. Probably someone in the live stream is yelling
It
at us
doesn't.
right now.
It
know.
doesn't say.
Yeah, it just says when you begin your turn with 0 hit points, you roll. I'm just gonna check. Oh, I've got a errata ruling on it. 1 second. Yeah, you make a death saving throw when your turn starts. If you roll 20, then 1 HP you get lets you act according to.
All right.
Oh,
The errata.
That's a big deal.
Official,
So you-
official questions.
So it is not the end of your turn, Thamia. You are lying on the ground. You have a hit point
Um.
and a turn.
can
Cool.
she disengage
Yes,
Yeah. That's
and run away. Yes,
and run away?
okay. Cool. I would like to disengage and run away.
The challenging thing is you are on the ground.
So she uses
Crawl
half her
away?
movement to get up.
So you stand up
Okay.
and then disengage.
Yeah,
And
so you can only
then
get about how fast your move
speed?
speed?
My move is 30.
30. Yeah, so you can only
You
get
get
about 15
3 squares.
feet away.
Okay.
Run into
How-
the protective arms of Cool Cat.
Yeah.
You can run in the direction. I will say you can run in the direction of the protective
Okay.
arms of Cool Cat.
Okay. Cool.
All right. We'll see if that was a escape from the jaws of defeat or just a temporary reprieve.
Either way, I'm not
Shoot.
lying flat on the ground. So I'm
Yeah,
cool.
hey, you're up, you're running around.
Yes.
You have a single hit point. You got no complaints except all of the complaints about how you're doing all the work. Hugh Yaris, there are 2 ghouls fresh with the blood of your friend to the south and a manager to the east.
Can I see the manager?
Yeah, I think so.
Well,
Typical Dan, always asking to see the manager.
Yeah. I've never asked to see a manager. I don't know if that's
trying not
something
to be a
people
Karen
actually
here.
do.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I will draw my rapier and stride towards the manager, and humming a tune to myself as I go. And yep, that's right. And stab the manager in the face, which is also something I don't do at stores.
All right.
21.
All right, you stab the manager in the face for 10 piercing damage. The manager starts flailing. There's a weird blackish kind of water spraying off the manager. Dan, give me excuse me, Qyaris. Dan, you're fine. Qyaris.
I'm not proficient in any of the things I need to do right now.
Give me a dex saving throw.
22.
Yeah.
All right, fire shoots out of the gas hands, but it hits the wall as the creature slumps to the ground. This creature, as you are looking at it very close up, I think you were the first person to engage in melee with it, is a very strange. It seems to be an undead creature like the ghouls, but dripping with black water. And it does seem to have,
folks.
Yeah. And it yes.
QR
there might
looks
be more.
at it and says to himself, "Love that dirty water."
Oh gosh. And there might be more things you could learn about it outside of combat.
Okay.
So,
well, I killed the manager. Someone else killed the ghouls.
yeah, but you did not shoot the
deputy manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, assistant deputy to the regional manager. Lee, you are near some dead ghouls. There are some undead ghouls to the south of you. You could run up to them all by yourself. Who will fight the ghouls? The ghouls are going next after Lee.
The ghouls are back in town.
Yeah. I feel like Lee doesn't have that many hit points either, right?
7.
Health
Yeah.
is a team resource.
But they're going to take two. Otherwise, they're going to take potentially two shots at Thamia. Maybe one at me and one at Thamia.
All right. I'm going to wait. What's the range on a dart? 60 feet? Am I reading that right?
That's a lot of feet.
Man, I've played darts. Throwing darts 60 feet seems hard.
That does seem really hard. I think it's 20.
You got to be
or
proficient.
20.
It's 20.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, but you could
60
if you
long range.
if you moved closer to the. I would say you're not within 20 of them right now. I could theoretically use the ruler to know that, but you could move, just within 20 if you wanted.
So I just really need a couple squares, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm scared. All right, I'm gonna move toward them. I'm gonna pull out a dart. I'm going to roll a d20.
There's 2 ghouls. Which ghoul do you want to target?
Is one of them damaged at all?
I think one is. I don't know if you know that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
All right. So, I'll target the one that I guess is closest to me, which is the
Sure.
one on the right.
Yeah.
I rolled a 4. 10.
The dart sails harmlessly between the ghouls who you have now provoked the attention of.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna move a couple squares back then,
All right.
and I'm done.
All right. The ghouls are loping down the hallway. They see Xanthan ahead of them, but as they pass by, they see Cool Cat and Thamia in a passageway here. I think I'm basically going to roll a die because these ghouls are not the most intelligent of creatures. See what they do. First ghoul, odds will turn left, even will go straight. Odds turns left. This creature turns the corner. I'm going to put him kind of there and attacks Thamia. The other one will do the same thing.
Oh no.
They see their previous meal.
These are the bad news ghouls.
Yeah. Hey, could have been bears.
On the whole, that might have been better.
Just 6 bears.
My only experience with
lost
bears
in a
in
cave.
D&D is people making friends with them. So
Yeah.
It's not too late. We could turn this around.
2 claw attacks coming at them. Actually, I'm going to roll one first because if you go down, the other one's going to attack Cool Cat. Thamia, critical fail for a ghoul.
Yeah.
And a 13?
Yes, that's what we like
Ah.
to see.
All right. The ghouls are failing to take a bite out of Thamia, who with 1 hit point is like stumbling around in the hallway, but keeping the ghouls at bay. Behind Thamia is Cool Cat, ready for battle, ready for danger, ready to boomerang.
Ready to throw a boomerang. You got it,
or something, I
buddy.
suspect.
I'm gonna throw a boomerang at the one that is right in front of Thamia.
Okay.
Oh, it's just an 8.
The boomerang sails harmlessly down the hallway and then back up the hallway.
That's right,
to your-
into my hand, and now I am going to grant Bardic
into your
inspiration.
furry paw.
I'm gonna to mascot hands, and then I am going to give Bardic inspiration to Samson.
That's right. Total Party Kill, the podcast with a mascot and a Scot. We've got it all here. Sorry, James.
That's
I
fine.
mean,
It's true.
he's not the mascot, so he's got that going
Yes.
for him.
Um,
So, James, with that Bardic inspiration, you get an extra D6 that you can use for any ability check, attack roll, and saving throw after you've rolled, but before you know the result.
Well,
yes. So if you rolled low, you could choose to use it. If you roll high, you could choose to save it.
let's see
So
what
it is
happens.
your turn, Samson. You can you can kind of see your friends duck down this side passageway. The ghouls are right there at the intersection, clawing at Thamia. Lee is a little bit behind you. Q Yaris is down off a side passage. Just to be clear, probably Samson, you are kind of at this intersection. You can kind of see everybody. Q Yaris, you can see Samson and Lee, but you can't see the fight at this point. Does that make sense?
Yes. Short bow time, I think, because I've got at least some distance. And I have rolled 17.
All right, you fire a short bow. Which ghoul were you attacking? Just
The one on the right.
Yeah. All right, an arrow hits the ghoul in the side. Roll me damage.
Let's see, we get 6.
All right. That ghoul is injured. Anything else, Samson?
I have a complete lack of useful abilities in this situation, so no.
I meant your character, not you.
Well, me also.
Oh.
I'm your friend, kind of, not in this game. Thamia, you have a single hit point. 2 ghouls are in your face, clawing at you.
You might want to run away some more.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm going to stumble down behind Cool Cat.
All right. They are. I guess you. So you're gonna disengage and move.
Yeah. Disengage and move.
All right. So you can get pretty far behind him.
Okay. Cool.
All right.
Is that my move? Is that my
Yeah,
full-
because you had to
okay,
take You had to take the disengage action and the move action.
perfect.
Do that. So, Q Yaris, you stand over the remains of a manager, finally living out the dreams of every cubicle worker.
Is it
The manager's greasy body lies there in a pile of memos and unsent faxes.
TPS reports.
Yeah.
is it an action to loot the manager?
Yeah, probably.
Right, then we'll come back.
All right.
I will stroll back, whistling a jaunty tune until I can get around the corner and see. Hark! 2 ghouls.
Mm.
I will. I'm gonna mock the closer ghoul, the one that people have been wailing.
All right. That ghoul has to make a wisdom save. You're telling me?
Yes.
I rolled an 8. Dan.
That does not do it. That ghoul will take 2 psychic damage.
All right, and it will have disadvantage on
On its
attacks.
attacks.
You did not kill this ghoul, so let me put a symbol on it that represents psychic damage. The symbols they give you in Roll20 are very strange.
You can
I feel-
you can soon be able to upload your own.
Okay, I feel like they're never like there's some that are obvious, like poison, but there's a lot for things like that. There is a snail for slow, but I feel like there's never exactly what I want for. I have to. This is not like a.
Why don't you just mark that one as dead, Tony? Because
Yeah, that's
Oh,
fine.
he's
That's an
got
idea.
he's got a bunch of hit points. I'm just trying to figure out what is the most representative of psychic damage. All right.
Ah!
Yeah. He's got a sad eye, Dan. Lee, you are behind Santham and Yaris. There are 2 ghouls down the hallway from you. Only 2 ghouls remain, but those ghouls could probably take some of you out before you are victorious.
Okay,
dinner,
well, this one that is on the right is within range of my darts.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a 20.
That hits.
Nice.
Another dart into the side of a ghoul.
I rolled a 1, so that's 5 points of damage.
All right. That ghoul is pretty injured at this point. Ghouls are next. I'm going to do, I think ghouls are mindless, so I'm going to do odds. They head left, even they go right, and left. So this ghoul will rush up to Samson Jotham and attempt to claw you. There are loud trucks driving past my house. This ghoul will run up to Samson Jotham and try and claw you. 13 to hit is not too threatening.
Nope. 17.
All right. And Coolcat, similar things are happening to you. A very low number. 7 to hit Coolcat's.
Does not hit Cool Cat.
All right. I think this might be the round you end it all. Coolcat, you are engaged with a ghoul.
Well, I'm engaged with a ghoul, so I'm going to hit him with another weapon that you guys haven't seen me use yet because I don't like to use it, but I'm going to.
Is it a guitar?
Stop.
Is it bagpipes?
Hammer time.
Hammer time.
Yeah. Can't touch this.
18.
You wang that ghoul in the foot.
He takes 1 bludgeoning damage.
What? How is it 1?
Because it's a 1d4 attack. That's all
You
there is.
You don't get a modifier
it's
to
a
the
light hammer.
I don't, but I do get to
It's
attack
like
with a second hammer and do another 1 damage.
All right, you've
Bow!
hit that ghoul in both feet. He looks across with you.
My
This is
hammer
why I
hits
use
me.
boomerangs,
Ah.
people. This is why I use boomerangs.
Is your strength like +0 basically?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right. Did you accidentally hit him with like one of those like plastic squeezy hammers that makes a funny noise?
Would those sound like they wouldn't do any damage? So no.
It would do
Yeah,
one
hit him with
psychic
the,
damage.
You know when you go to the doctor and they test your knee reflexes?
I hit him with the hammer, but I hit it with the side, so it was
Oh.
not as
There you
hard.
And you were holding it by the hammer part.
go. Hit him with the stick.
I did 2 damage. What do you? That's all I did.
That's very good. Good job.
All right, Samson Jotham. There's a ghoul in your face.
Yeah, well, it's going to get a blade in its face.
All right.
Ooh.
So, a 19 plus 4. That sounds pretty good.
It does.
Doesn't do much damage, but let's have a look. I do 3 damage.
All right. You stab at the ghoul. It's still slathering. It's still coming at you. Thamia, you are behind Coolcat. Coolcat is fighting a ghoul.
Yes, I would like to throw one of my hand axes.
Mm-hmm.
Stay far, far away.
Yep.
With my fancy dice by PCalc, I rolled a 15 plus 5, which is a 20.
All right. Your dagger cuts into the side of that ghoul. Roll damage.
D6 plus 3, so 6.
All right. That ghoul is pretty injured at this point.
I like that I made you all sign contracts that you have to say that's broken.
Mm-hmm. Q Yaris, you are in the middle of the tunnels with Samson and Lee. There is a ghoul fighting Samson. Looks like you're closing in.
I will step up to him and just attempt to put my rapier through his head.
All right.
17.
And so you do. For 6 piercing damage, you skewer the ghoul, slaying yet another undead.
Yay!
Frankly, I loathe the undead.
Indeed. Lee, there is but a single ghoul remaining fighting your acquaintance, Coolcat the Bard.
The only ghoul in the world.
Well, fortunately, it is within 20 feet. So I'm going to do another.
Oh, come on, come up and hit him. Come hit
Come
him.
up and hit him.
I'm just picturing Lee,
Okay.
the monk, lining up the they're like Lee is at the pub.
Yes. Yeah.
I've only got 8 hit points. I would love it if you.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was not
okay.
information you shared with the team.
No.
Ooh, yeah, that's very important.
That's
Well, I mean,
very
I only
relevant.
I got hit 1 time, but it's
Oh.
cool, cat.
Well, I mean, we all have about what 15 or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to run up, weave up, hit it with my quarterstaff. 11.
11 does not hit a ghoul.
Oh no.
Do you have inspiration?
No.
Oh.
I do
I
have.
should have given you bardic inspiration. Sorry, Lee.
Yeah, Samson.
I have key points. Do I have to? Let me see.
What's monk stuff?
Monk business.
After you take the attack action on your turn, you can spend 1 key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. It doesn't say it's contingent upon hitting.
Nope, doesn't seem
So,
like it.
I'm
You made an attack, so you have key points are like check, or the flurry of blows thing is like you can now punch him if you choose.
Okay. Yep. So I'm gonna do that. I said 2 unarmed strikes, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Okay. Oops, hang on. Here. Oh crap. Okay, that was a critical fail.
Okay.
And then my second one is 24.
All right, roll damage on the 24 as you pummel the ghoul in the side of the head with your fist.
1d4. Come on, d4. 6 points of damage.
The ghoul is staggering and it's probably 1 hit away from a second death. But it is the ghoul's turn. It looks with its horrible slathering jaws between Cool Cat and Lee, both of them severely injured, dripping with blood, delicious blood that the ghoul would love to taste. Odds it will attack Cool Cat evenly. Evenly.
Shoot.
Let me just check here. The Cool Cat the ghoul is going to try and bite you instead of clawing you.
Okay.
Actually, no, it will try and claw you. It has a much better chance of hitting. The bite does more damage. With the claw, has a better chance of hitting. 11 as the claw slices
Misses.
out at you. Oh, the ghoul is so hungry for adventure, blood. Cool Cat.
Come on, Cool Cat.
Hit it with the hammer.
Don't be a ghoul cat.
11.
You whack the ghoul, but you not do any damage. The ghoul's armor class is higher than that.
12.
The ghoul's armor class is 12, and amazingly, did you roll max damage on your light hammer?
I did. It's a 4.
The ghoul had 4 hit points.
Yeah.
You deliver a tactical blow with your light hammer just to the side of its head. It's like cracking an eggshell, and the ghoul tumbles to the ground. And after a long battle with the undead in these dark, horrible mines, it is quiet again for a moment.
Well, that was
Yeah.
quite an adventure.
Oof.
I got stuff on my hammer. Ew.
Oh gosh!
I'm so tired.
You
Cool
may
Cat,
wish
Borrow
to
a
do.
dagger?
Cool Cat picks up. Cool Cat picks up all his boomerangs.
I'm grabbing my, I think it's 3 darts.
Okay, are darts reusable? I don't know how darts work, like in life.
Yeah,
don't know.
Yes.
Recycle darts. Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just look full on like at all the
Environmentally
pieces of
unfriendly
abacus.
darts.
Samson might want to
Yeah.
look at the body of the manager, see if there's
Yes.
anything there.
Good plan. I
I'm
will.
picking up my hand axe.
All right, you regather your weapons. Do you want to spend an hour resting and spending a hit die? Do you have a hit die left?
I don't have any left.
I do, and I do.
And
Okay.
I do not.
no,
so
man.
you're the ones that need the most.
Well, we can do
healing.
Song of Rest while we do the long rest, but
But
they
it
can't. Oh,
won't-
that's for spending
they
a hit
can't
die.
spend a
Oh
hit die.
no.
Mhm.
We are in some real problems.
So we
Yep.
can only do a short rest, right? Because that's
Yeah.
an hour.
Do you want to sleep in the mine full of ghouls?
Well,
I mean, if it meant that I could get hit points
It's
with
8
my
hours
one.
sleeping in the mine of ghouls.
You are entitled to own the mine if you can only sleep here overnight. Did I mention that the person who hired you to do this was your weird eccentric uncle? All of your weird eccentric uncles. There's quite a backstory.
Well, if we're going to continue on, I definitely need to take a short rest. I do have my hit die and can use them, and will need to.
Yeah. Okay.
But
Yeah.
I'm out of spell slots. You guys are out of healings or hit die, not healing surges, hit die.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's gonna
Mhm.
be a little rough.
yeah. Well, what are we
All
gonna
right. So
I will
you
do whatever you want to do.
you spend your hour. Some of you are able to heal. The rest of you are barely on your feet. But it is quiet, and there is no other sounds in the mine.
Hey Jason, take a additional 5 hit points for.
do?
for
Are you
hit die.
healing?
I'm playing music for you as you
Yeah.
rest.
Am
and
I playing
recuperate.
music for you?
I don't. I actually haven't been hit yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'm tanking.
Yep. I'll do the vicious mockery.
Yeah, you want to switch off? It's going to involve a lot of QRs like secretly doing the vicious mockery.
Yeah,
so-
like ventriloquism.
Yeah, I'm really good at this. She's so I don't want to disabuse her. She's so enthusiastic.
Samson, did you wish to search the ghast?
yes, I think I will mosey on over and see what I can find out.
All right.
I'm gonna go with him just in
Yeah,
case.
Samson and Lee, give me some kind of check for searching an undead corpse that has been stabbed by QRs.
Well, perception.
That seems classic.
I rolled a 14.
All
I got a
right.
20, not natural 20. just-
All right. I think both of you are pretty confident in recognizing that this creature is dripping with void water. It seems to have like saturated its pores. As you're kind of rolling the creature over, you can, it does look like this creature perhaps has not been undead for, I don't know. I don't know how long is too long. Probably too long for it. But it does have a couple things that suggest signs of its former non-undead existence. Specifically, there is a ring on the creature's ring finger, and there is the creature.
Oh, he
did
was
still-
married.
Oh no.
So bad now.
The creature does have kind of some of its like remnants of its clothing, including it looks like some kind of book shoved into a satchel strapped to the creature.
Well, let's look at that.
Yeah, I'm going to do an Arcana check on the ring. See if
All
there's
right.
anything about that.
Roll Arcana.
I roll 18.
The ring does not seem to be arcane. It seems to just to be a ring of worth some money. In fact, you'd probably guess street value, 50 gold pieces. And in fact, give me a really easy history check to recognize the symbol on the ring.
I roll 15.
It is the Deep Fathom family crest.
Okay. I will quietly slip the ring off the finger and put it in my pocket.
I'll look
All right.
in the book.
All right. Kaul Cat, you are flipping through the book. Give me some kind of reading check.
Reading check.
Yeah,
Reading is fundamental. What is a reading check, Tony?
probably intelligence.
Oh,
Roll high.
that's a 6.
There's some. It's the story doesn't make any sense to
Hey, does anybody know how to read?
This does not, Cool Cat. It is not a spell book. It seems like it might be somebody's journal.
I'll take a look.
Okay.
I rolled a natural
4. This book is worthless. There's not a single song in here.
Q Yaris, you start flipping through it, and it's like just this narrative does not make any sense. Where is it going? There's no arc to it.
1 star.
Everyone's
Lee?
a critic. I rolled a natural 20, so it's a 19.
All right, Lee. Please note for future reference, you are skilled in speed reading.
Yeah.
So because for continuity's sake, so you are flipping through this journal, and tell me, perhaps where are you more interested in, the start of the journal or the end of the journal, the most recent or the earliest entries, as you are focusing your attention?
Most recent.
All right. And so Lee is flipping through the journal. This journal seems to be the property of one Paulson Deepfathom, brother to Darenith Deepfathom, who hired you to investigate her mind, and I believe was mentioned as having gone missing but a few months ago. There are interesting things that Paulson has speculates about strange goings on in the mind and strange goings on in town. Lee studies the journal carefully as you make your way back to the basket, having defeated the ghouls, having defeated the black pudding, and saved the mine from danger, at least the most imminent danger. But is the town of Deep Fathom itself saved? No, it is not. That is a question I'm going to answer right now. What will happen next on Total Party Kill? What secrets will Lee uncover? What threats await them back at the surface? For answers to questions such as these, tune in next time to Total Party Kill.